Greetings, pals! Because life is so intricate and nuanced, it occasionally surprises us all in one way or another. All of us have future plans. Some of us have visions of our future selves as prosperous, accomplished individuals. We frequently believe that our present struggles are only transitory and that things will get much easier in the future. However, sometimes fate has other ideas and our expected success doesn't materialize as planned. Even someone who is somewhat successful might hit rock bottom at that time and have no way of rising beyond it. Today's narrative will center on a man who was left on his own to deal with his issues, but rather of giving up, as many in his situation would have, he made a brilliant discovery that drastically changed his course in life. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. The tale of Glenn Berger began 14 years ago when the young man unexpectedly lost his job following a time of relative success, during which he experienced nothing but abundance. You would assume that everyone would encounter this situation frequently, and that is precisely what the young man believed. But his perspective on life changed when the weeks became into months, and he was unable to find employment. He was practically going hungry since things were so difficult for him. He had a brilliant idea just when it seemed like there was nothing left. Glenn remembers that feeling like there was nothing he could do at that specific moment seemed odd. While he was starving in his flat, affluent folks were playing golf at a nearby golf club. As Glenn observed them, he couldn't help but notice that even a golf ball had an effect. Those ideas made him feel like a total loser, but he told himself to stop. He contemplated the quantity of golf balls that must be submerged in the lake and realized that they too require financial investment, even if it is just a few dollars. It was just this thinking that compelled him to act. Some interesting trivia about golf for those who have never played the game. To begin with, it's simple to lose the balls. Secondly, their costs are very exorbitant. To be more exact, 3 golf balls cost anything from $6 to $20 each. Naturally, the cost varies based on the brand, quality, and store where you purchase them. The most fascinating thing about golf is that golfers often lose 2 or more balls in a single round. On a golf course, you'll probably come across golf balls that unfortunate golfers lost. How about a reservoir or artificial lake on the golf course? The quantity of golf balls teetering at the bottom is beyond my comprehension. That was just what the young man called Glenn, who was unemployed, had on his mind at that moment. He gathered all the tools he would need and headed toward the lake to begin his search for golf balls that same evening. He subsequently remembers that he devised a well-thought-out plan before acting. He estimated that the cost of a ball he would retrieve from the sea would be at least $1 and in certain cases $3. He understood quite well that many golf balls are lost in the course of a game. Someone only needed to get the money back. Even though his initial catch wasn't very big, he was still able to remove around 100 balls. He sold them successfully the next day at a local training camp for $1 each ball. Because he was pleased with the result, he chose to keep making money in this manner while he remained jobless. He would walk over to the lake every evening and jump in to look for golf balls. He made around $3,000 in a month. That's not too awful for a jobless person, you have to admit. To put it ahead of myself, it was only the start of something much larger. Glenn was unsure of what to do once golf balls were removed from the lakes and the first few public golf clubs. Glenn could dive and collect the balls with ease. Not only did he choose to tidy up the public lakes, but he also made the decision to provide his expertise to exclusive golf clubs. It has already been 15 years since he made the decision to search for new places with his old pickup truck. There's a good chance that a lot of people will believe that this is low-paying labor and somewhat nasty. I'm about to provide some data that may surprise you. Glenn made $16 million from this odd employment in the last 15 years. Despite not being easy, the task proved to be quite profitable. Alligators occasionally congregate in the lakes, and Glenn frequently encounters them up close. During an interview with a well-known publication, Glenn mentioned that the animals often swim above him while he swims at the bottom. His activities particularly interest the smallest aquatic life. The most terrifying event happened in 2007 when Glenn jumped in to retrieve a golf ball and an alligator measuring 2 meters landed on his back. The man became frightened, but he took rapid action and fled unharmed. Glenn Berger is a prosperous businessman now who specialized in golf ball retrieval from lakes. The man adds that he was able to purchase a house and a yacht because to his innovative and risky business plan. Generally speaking, he is done having to deprive himself of anything. Glenn discusses the numbers candidly. He sells every ball he finds back to the golf club for $1, $2, or $3, with an average of over 1.6 million balls recovered year. Performing a basic computation indicates that his yearly earnings exceed $5 million. Considering that this was once a destitute individual who turned to stealing golf balls, this is even more amazing. Glenn tells reporters that he expected to make some money, but had no idea how profitable this firm would become, all while maintaining his happiness. Glenn made the decision to take things a step further and founded a business that only partners with 34 golf courses and lakes. He can now anticipate his salary with ease. A typical golf facility, for instance, holds over 30,000 18-hole rounds annually. As was previously noted, data indicates that golfers lose an average of 1 to 2 balls in the lake every round. Millions of dollars might be made from the 34 lakes. Public golf courses are referred to by Glenn as golf ball farms. The fact that many golf balls get lost on them makes them unique. However, the man chose not to stop there and formed partnerships with upscale golf clubs, from where he collects costly golf balls. He occasionally sells them back for as much as $10 a ball. Naturally, a lot has happened since Glenn jumped into the water for the first time. With the introduction of ball retrieval licenses, Glenn now has competition. In spite of everything, his business is booming and making enormous profits. There's an odd tale of a man who used to just watch wealthy individuals play golf, but then thought he could make a living off of it. It turned out that he made a fortune from this choice. The most lucrative ideas can occasionally be found staring us in the face. All we need to do is figure out what to do with them. Do you agree with this, friends? Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section. All of that for now. Please leave a rating for the video and we'll talk to you shortly. Goodbye. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.